Welcome to Knights of Roleplay, an adventuring podcast. This is an actual play 5th edition Dungeons & Dragons podcast. Royalty-free music provided by Kevin MacLeod, Plate Mail Games, and Tabletop Audio. And now, to adventure. Hello and welcome. My name is Chris Buckner. I'm the primary Dungeon Master for Knights of Roleplay, an adventuring podcast. This session is being recorded over Zoom. Before we get into tonight's adventure, I'm going to play an audio promo from our friends at the podcast Tale of the Manticore, which is a hybrid between a dark fantasy audio drama and a solo D&D RPG. We're doing a cross-promotion with them for 3 episodes on each podcast, and this is number 2 of 3. Please enjoy the following promo.
Are you looking for a D&D podcast with a dark side? Something more like Game of Thrones and less like Monty Python? Tale of the Manticore is part dark fantasy audio drama, part solo D&D RPG. There's no plot armor here. The dice make all the important decisions. Join me as I resurrect the excitement, wonder, and emotion of old school D&D. Made for a mature audience, Tale of the Manticore is both a fiction and a game. It's the story where chaos rolls.
I'd also like to mention our friends at the podcast Old Men Rolling Dice. We did a cross-promotional episode where we discussed our favorite campaign settings. The episodes are available now on Knights of Roleplay and Old Men Rolling Dice. Now back to our adventure. As our adventure begins, it is stardate 0526.80. On the Rock of Bral, a strange event preceded by an eerie, glowing fog temporarily replaced Middle City and High City with a village, some dark woods, and a huge castle. Reports say that the strange event lasted maybe 3 hours at most. It left behind a new resident in the form of a tall, handsome, human male with pale skin who was accompanied by a large caravan of carts and wagons. During this strange event, which has now been named the Conjunction, the party fought a group of werewolves. During the battle, Janie released a fireball that set some of the village buildings on fire. It appeared that someone inside one of the buildings had died, triggering some emotional trauma for Janie. I need Janie to make a wisdom saving throw for me, please.
Would help if Janie had her dice out. Womp, womp, womp.
At least Janie has advantage.
Oh, that's true. I have advantage on wisdom saving throws. Isn't it nice how Kate knows their characters better than us?
Love you guys.
All right, I'm going.
Okay.
Do it.
It's a good thing I had advantage. 20.
20.
Otherwise, it would have been an 8.
So you basically you start to relive that trauma from your past when the people from your village were killed by an accidental explosion of your fire, and you remember the goblin that you accidentally killed in the Temple of Marshak, and you start to feel like you're about to lose it, but then you kind of rein it in a little bit and you pull it back and you take a couple of deep breaths and you calm yourself down and you feel okay. You sort of manage to work through it.
Ground yourself.
Yeah. Yeah.
5 things you can see, 4 things you can hear, that kind of thing.
My mom, who's being wonderful and watching our little girl is behind me.
Baby bomb. Baby bomb.
Baby bomb. Okay. So let's see. So we had that going on. Okay. So 2 months have now passed since the Conjunction. It is now stardate 0726.80. During those 2 months, you have noticed that individuals all over the Rock of Bral have been eating the same pastries offered to you by the old woman on the night of the Conjunction. At first, it was only a few people here and there, but lately it seems that almost everyone is eating them. Many businesses, including the Laughing Beholder Tavern and Strax's, actually it's the parties, the Hammered Unicorn Forge, seem to be suffering as a result. So John, the Forge would have only made 1 gold piece per day in the last month rather than the 3 that you would normally get if you were engaging in the running a business downtime activity, which I assume you're doing unless you tell me otherwise during
Unless I tell you otherwise.
yeah, during a downtime. So
60 gold. So they only earned 60 gold.
well, you got the 90, you got the 90 for the first month,
And then subtract from.
and then you
that
got 30 for the second month.
90.
Yeah, 3 gold pieces a day times 30 is 90, and then the second month is 1 gold piece a day times 30, which is 30.
120. Okay.
Okay, so let's see. Most of the regular customers from places like the Laughing Beholder and the Hammered Unicorn Forge and lots of the businesses, they have been seen in the lesser market buying pastries from Morgantha, the old woman who sells the pastries. Her cart has a long line of customers waiting to buy pastries all night and day. It seems the old woman doesn't sleep and only takes breaks from selling pastries to make more pastries. It seems there has been a different sort of problem in the Elven Forest in Middle City. Werewolves have been living there, and they've been killing the elves. The elves will no longer enter the forest. A reward has been posted that will pay 1,000 gold pieces to any group that can destroy the werewolves.
Well, you know what Strax is going for.
Is there anything in particular that your characters have been doing during that 2-month period? Just want to check before we go forward.
Probably just trying to investigate to see what is going on. I mean,
well, all of this is slowly building. I mean, it's not like you can go back 2 months and say, I started investigating the werewolves, because all these things and the pastries
right.
included.
No, but this the incident that started it all. People talking about a Barovia weird glowing mist on the rock.
Okay.
Weird individuals coming out of the mist, like Arvine talks about going to see Luigi, and she probably would go to see Luigi. She'd probably go to her temple to try to research any documentation there with Matisse, just to see if there is any, anybody with knowledge or hearsay or any historical documentation that might explain what the mist or Barovia is.
You're wasting your time. Whatever. Weird things just happen sometimes. Look,
Arvine's going to investigate it anyway.
Yeah, weird things happen sometimes. Occasionally, Strax isn't a jerk.
What?
It could happen, if I have a particularly bad day.
Okay. So you said you wanted to go to the temple and you wanted to talk to Luigi?
Yes.
About the conjunction?
Yes.
Okay. So let's see.
What's the great conjunction?
Great conjunction, what's your function?
No, I was thinking, but I'll take it.
So the temple, Temple of Mayheen, right?
Yep.
Yeah. So the Temple of Mayheen, hearing basically the descriptions from, or hearing the rumors and also hearing sort of more of the detailed descriptions of what you described, the temple puts forth the idea that the person that you met may be a vampire. They don't know, but based on some of the information they've heard from you and from others, they suspect that might be the case.
Okay.
As far as speaking with Luigi and gathering information from him, he sort of talks vaguely about the fact that there are different sort of demiplanes, and that he has heard stories about demiplanes crossing over into other worlds. And he basically thinks that the conjunction was some form of a demiplane crossing over into the plane of existence that the rock is in, that the universe that is in. So that's sort of a theory of his.
Okay. Arvine would probably try to research how to stop something like that on hearing that, but she probably feels like that's over her head too at this stage in the game.
Well, Luigi is just giving you a theory about how it happened.
Yeah.
Is there a library on the rock?
Yes. There's several. Yeah.
Then Matisse would have been reading or researching, looking in a library to see if there was any kind of occurrence of that happening in history.
Okay.
Excuse me.
Don't die. Don't digress.
To determine if what the likelihood of that happening again, or if something else would occur relating to the conjunction.
Okay. Why don't you make an investigation check with advantage?
Okay. Da, 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 da.
While he's doing that, as an aside, is there someone in our party we still have to worry about whether they're going to turn into a werewolf?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I totally have to address that. That's kind of important.
Okay, so
it was Arvine, I believe, and she had said, or Kate and I had discussed, and correct me if I'm wrong, honey, but you wanted to, you had gotten some favors from the Temple of Mayheen during downtime.
Yeah, if Arvine knew she wasn't feeling right after the fight and that it involved werewolves, she'd probably go to the temple to get it checked out, and then if it was something that they could help with, she would call in one of her favors to have it.
Yeah. They very quickly ascertained that you have lycanthropy, and they use remove curse as one of your favors.
Okay.
To get rid of it.
Update my
25 on that check.
25.
Nice job,
Good job, Greg.
Matisse.
Okay, so you do read about demiplanes. You read a little bit about the fact that there's evidence, I won't say proof, but there is evidence that throughout history that very powerful, evil individuals can sometimes actually have a demiplane come into existence around them, because they're just so evil and so powerful that it basically spawns a demiplane around certain individuals.
Okay.
And as far as the conjunction goes, again, you don't get much more information than what you got from Luigi, as far as sometimes planes can cross over each other, sometimes portals can open up, sometimes part of one plane can replace part of another. Typically, it is temporary, and in your research, you don't find anything that describes any sort of a conjunction as being permanent. And nothing describes anything like that ever being completely permanent. Usually they last less than 24 hours, sometimes maybe a couple of days. But from what your research indicates, there's never been anything recorded that lasted for more than a couple of days. And there is no mention of a way to prevent anything like that from happening. But they are so exceedingly rare that it's sort of like along the lines of being hit by lightning twice. It's extremely rare. I mean, there's really no way to anticipate it. There's no way to stop it. But it's not something that typically anybody really worries about, because they are extremely rare occurrences in the first place.
Okay. All right.
It's been 2 weeks here, or 2 months here since.
I'm assuming you guys
Jeez.
share everything that you find with the
Of
rest
course.
Yes.
Yeah, I mean, probably the only other thing, like as the months trend along and Arvine notices the pastry problem starting to pop up, Arvine would probably ask, Strax, do you have some alchemical ability? Like, it seemed like bad news if everybody is getting addicted to them. Do you have any ability to analyze, like if we bought one, what's in them? What would cause that?
Arvine, I work the forge. I don't know anything about baking.
Yeah.
So no.
That's right, because you're more of you're not an alchemist so much as you are.
I swing
like a metalworking flavor of it. Okay, yeah. Not
He's
so
an
much a
artificer.
biochemical.
He's an artificer.
Yeah,
He makes
artifice, not
magic
alchemy.
items.
Okay, I was getting my terms mixed up. Disregard.
Yeah.
No,
No,
but,
not an
but there is an alchemist on the Star Runner, though.
Okay.
Matisse buys a pie so that she can bring it, so that they can see what's in it.
Okay. So Dimble, the alchemist,
Dimble.
on the Star Runner, he is an alchemist.
Okay. I mean, what do the people in the Star Runner think of all of this besides Dimble doing his analysis and just general reactions? Yeah.
So are you bringing a pastry to him to try to analyze it? Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Hold on a second. I'm just checking my notes here for something. So many papers.
The only thing about the pastries that's concerning Strax is the loss of money, loss of business. But the werewolves sound like a more interesting challenge.
Okay, so you go to the Star Runner, and Dimble, you find a little human gnome in his little makeshift sort of work area below decks, and most of the crew is not there, but Dimble is there, and he's down there working in his shop, and you walk into the room, and he's sitting there eating a pie. He's eating one of the pastries when you walk in. He's got like a mouthful of pastries.
That's a problem.
Yeah, what is that you want?
I don't think you can help me with what I was looking to find out. Is there any way that I can kind of use your materials here to see if I can discover something?
Yeah, sure. Whatever. Nom, 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 nom.
So,
Boy.
Matisse tries to see if she can determine what's the makeup of the pastry.
Okay, so the Diva Paladin is going to try to use some alchemical concoction
That won't end poorly at all.
to find out what is in the. Okay, so let's see.
Would it make sense for someone with Arcana knowledge to do that?
Well, I think it would
Maybe.
be proficiency in alchemical tools.
Oh.
I don't suppose you have proficiency in alchemical tools there.
I do not have proficiency in alchemical tools.
Greg does. I don't suppose that your Diva Paladin does either.
Why would any of us take that?
I'm just asking.
Assuming that we all went with Matisse on this little errand.
I assume we went together. Yeah.
What is Dimble's behavior and everybody else? Arvine would have dragged you along, Strax.
He just seems like he's more interested in the pie and the pastry than any of you.
Is that what we've seen from like everybody else who's buying them all the time?
Yeah, you see people that are eating pies together who seem to be a little bit more sociable, but when you see people that aren't eating pies and people who are eating the pastries, the people who are eating the pastries are just completely consumed with eating the pastry and talking about the pastry.
Yeah.
And they kind of ignore everybody else around them who isn't involved in eating a pastry.
Is what they have...
Sorry, go ahead.
I was going to say, is there any kind of way that we could describe as a categorization of what's going on with them? Is it a disease, or are they just indifferent? Does it vary based upon who's eating it, or...
Why don't you make an investigation check with advantage, assuming that the rest of the party is helping you out?
Arte, are you helping a sister out?
Of course.
So go ahead and make investigation with advantage.
Drax is pondering a new...
okay. Investigation.
Words.
All right. Is that a... investigation is not good for me.
He's pondering a new series of products that he can start making.
That was an 8 for me.
An 8. Okay. So the odd behavior is obvious. Outside of that,
Can't determine anything.
You can't really find any sort of a correlation with anything. You don't know if it's a mental illness. You don't know if it's like a magical thing. You don't know if it's an alchemical thing. You don't know if it's just something about, the ingredients. Again, you don't know if the ingredients are mundane or magical. You're not really sure. I mean, you can try to make an educated guess, but your investigation doesn't specifically give you any
facts.
new information.
So, Matisse, out of game, besides potentially your lay on hands if you just wanted to give it a shot. You can prepare spells day to day, and you have second level spells, and Lesser Restoration is one of your spells.
Oh.
But the question is whether you would use that.
Can I do a medicine check on Dimble to see if there's anything physically going on with him?
Sure. He seems very much to kind of ignore you as you kind of investigate him. Yeah.
Okay, running a medicine check. 23.
Yeah,
Nice
Janie.
work.
Okay. So
Plus 6 on medicine.
Janie is the closest thing to an alchemist that we have in the party, probably.
Probably.
So at first he kind of like moves the pie away from you as you're getting close to him. He's like, Narn, this is right pie, Narn. But nevertheless, you know, you're able to kind of poke and prod him a little bit when he sees that you don't want the pie, that you don't want the pastry. And what was the total again, Sarah? Sorry.
23.
23. And it's a medicine check. So
I'd be happy to do an Arcana check too, but
no, the medicine is fine. You can determine. Actually, wait, hold on. Again, papers. Hold on.
excuse me.
The stuff about the pastries right here.
Cider.
Pastries. There we go.
Aged in rye whiskey barrels cider.
Oh,
Nice.
fancy. That.
Okay, so you do think that there is a sort of a natural component to the pastries, something which affects a person's, excuse the term, constitution.
So they poo themselves?
No. But you do think that there's something about the pie the pastry going into their system that is affecting them, but there's more to it than that. There could potentially be some sort of an arcane element to it, but you can detect that there's something that affects a creature's body, or their physiology. There's something in there, but there's something else going on beyond that.
Tempted to take a bite just to see what it does.
Hey, Dimble.
Yeah.
Yeah. You look like you're really enjoying that pie.
Yes, it's very good.
How would you like to enjoy it on a nice silvered plate with a nice silver fork? Should make it taste a lot better.
Oh my
100
god.
gold pieces. I can get you some nice utensils to go along with that.
You want to make me a dish?
What? You're just eating it off that crude dish that you got there now. Are you thinking a nice silver fork and silver fish and not tarnish the flavor of the pie?
Nine.
No.
No.
I didn't think
Well,
you would
I wonder
fall
if
for
anybody
that
else would be
trickery,
interested in that.
Strax.
You know, maybe some of the people from the middle tier might be more interested in that. Somebody's got some more money. I'll have to do a little bit of market research. Don't shake your head at me.
I don't know.
What? People are enjoying a pie. Makes.
I think they'd rather spend the 100 gold on more pies, honey.
Well, you may be right. I don't know.
And you may be crazy.
Well, that's why I'm thinking, maybe the richer people have a little bit more money. They might enjoy, be able to enjoy their pies with
Hey,
some
Dimble.
decent utensils.
Yeah.
What's so special about the pie?
Oh, the pie, it tastes very good. Tastes very good, and then
I could make it taste better.
And then the dreams, oh, they are just so wonderful.
The dreams?
Yeah, the dreams, they are just so wonderful.
What happens in the dreams?
Oh, it is the most amazing thing in the world. It's a wonderful place, and I just want to go there so much. And I fall asleep and I dream of this place, and then the dream goes away, and then I need more pie.
Oh. Can you show me the dream?
Get your own pie.
Show you a dream.
If you want to see your own dreams, then go get some pie.
Does Janie have the ability to mind meld or something?
Let me check.
Hold, please.
Sarah's checking for a mind meld.
Well, I have mind link, so
That's the speaking
I
telepathically.
can speak telepathically to him.
Unfortunately, that won't let you see what's in his head,
No, it won't. But
except for his words.
yeah. I kind of want to eat the pie. We have a pie. We bought a pie.
Well, technically, Matisse bought a pie.
Well, Matisse can eat the
I
pie.
don't know. I'd wait till we hang on, and I talk with Matisse and say,
I eat the pie.
It's not anywhere Janie can get it.
So at this point right now,
Done.
Dimble has just finished off his pastry and he's kind of licking his fingers, and then he goes over into the corner of his room where he has this makeshift cot, and you see him. He looks kind of
Daisy.
He looks kind of dazed. He looks kind of drunk, and he looks very sleepy, and he just kind of lays down and falls asleep.
Maybe I can sell him a new bed.
I'm gonna try. I just prepared a spell. I'm gonna try lesser restoration on him.
Let's see. Okay, hold on just a sec. Okay, so he's fast asleep. I mean, he falls asleep surprisingly quickly, and his breathing changes, and he's very, very deeply breathing into sleep, and he's got the rapid eye movement going around, and Matisse, our large blue female diva paladin, goes over, and you use the divine magic of Maya. Excuse me, burping. Of Mayheen to cast. What was it? It was Lesser Restoration?
Yes.
All right. Lesser Restoration. Dimble continues to just kind of snooze away. Nothing really seems to happen.
Okay. All right. So that would give me the idea that lesser restoration is not powerful enough for whatever.
Arvine would try to wake him up just to see if there's anything different. Does he seem as out of it does he even stir?
Let's see. You try to rouse him, and no matter what you try, he doesn't seem to come out of his sleep. I mean, he seems like he's fine as far as, he's breathing and he's dreaming, but he doesn't actually leave REM sleep, whatever the dream he's in. He doesn't leave it no matter what you do to try to get him to wake up.
Whatever. I'm bored. Let's let him sleep off his drunken stupor and then get back to the forge. Jeez.
I do believe we're going to have to probably go to the source. Maybe trying to do something about the seller of these pies might be the best plan.
Well, I wonder if the temple would have anybody with the resources to figure out what's going on.
Why are you so obsessed with these pies? They're pies. People like the
They're
pie.
taking all your business away, Strax. The werewolves will have a one-time reward.
More about it if I were you. They're taking your money out of your pocket.
Sarah, Matisse tried Lesser Restoration, and Dimble is just sleeping away.
Can I shock him out of it?
You can try. You're going to hurt him.
I'm kidding.
I don't know how many hit points he has. I'm going to have to make it up.
Electrocutes.
I mean, if you want to go chase werewolves, Strax, then we might want to rest and go tomorrow just so Matisse is at full resources. But
I don't know. It just seems to me the werewolves are kind of a more pressing concern.
And you don't think these pies are pressing?
I mean,
profitable, he means, not pressing.
Yeah,
profitable
people
versus
fighting werewolves need supplies, and I can
right. But how much money are we losing month to month if we, don't deal with
something
short-term profits over long-term losses. We can deal with the long-term losses.
Now you're talking about silver. Meta level distracts know that silver is a thing for werewolves.
I guess. I mean, I think it would be fairly common knowledge, but go on and make an intelligence roll on that, I can.
Yeah, make an intelligence roll.
It would probably affect how we prepare to go after werewolves.
Anything in particular, like an Arcana or nature? Maybe nature?
Yeah, I guess you could do nature.
9.
Nope, you have no idea.
Really? Okay. Well, we'll still need weapons.
Can I read up on werewolves and do like Arcana knowledge, whatever?
If we think we're going to hunt some, whatever you would do to prepare. So
I don't know, whatever. Take your pick. Investigate the pies, kill werewolves. They're doesn't really matter to me, I suppose.
If you wanna go to one of the libraries, Sarah, if you want Jenny to go there and maybe do some research on werewolves, you can make a investigation check with advantage.
I like puppies. I want to know more. Investigation with advantage, you said?
Yep. Correct.
19.
19. Okay. Well, you already know this, but you know that they can infect people with lycanthropy, which would turn them into werewolves, which you already know that because you went to the temple with Arvine. In addition to that, you would be able to get with that roll that they are vulnerable to silver weapons. It talks about basically the cycles of the moon, although it is believed, it is not proven, but it is believed that there are werewolves that can affect the change regardless of the cycle of the moon.
Oh boy.
But more common, it happens as a result of the cycle of the moon. But it's believed that maybe some of them, it's rumored that some of them can control the change at any time.
Well, there's no moon here, so that must be this one.
I mean, we know our weapons work against them.
I think she's smart enough to put that together. But maybe not. I mean, you guys said she has no brain, so.
I know our weapons work against them, and there is a reward to get them taken care of. That seems like pretty quick cash to me.
Yeah, it was 1,000 gold pieces for.
Yeah, but hey, if you want to go,
that's gonna more than make up for our lost profits.
Yeah,
I'm okay with going after the werewolf problem for now. We can come back to the pastries later if need be. Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah, and you guys.
Jeannie tucks the pastry into her pocket for now.
Okay.
Matisse has it. She's not parting with it.
They're no fun.
So right now,
you want to stop and get a pie on our way to go see the werewolves?
Brother, I want a pie.
Fine, we'll get a pie.
They sound amazing.
Okay, you think you're gonna have to wait about like an hour and a half maybe to get this pastry?
Yeah.
There's a giant line there.
Werewolves first, Janie. Then you can try a pie.
I'm not trying to discourage you. I'm just saying there's a big line.
Yeah.
Are you going for pastry or are you going for werewolves?
I'd go werewolves.
Arvine's a buzzkill, so I guess we're going to werewolves.
You should get the pies and feed them to the werewolves.
You. See, I've been saying that all along. Arvine is a buzzkill. Totally.
Arvine came from a kind of a soldier city watch kind of background. She is what she is.
We were trained soldiers too.
Retired.
Chaotic soldiers. Very different.
Still very regimented. Have you ever seen the legions of the hobgoblins marching in formation? Oh, that is a
I'm
sight
just
to
saying,
behold. Very scary.
Straxy here was really, really important back in the day.
Had my own company and everything.
Until I went and blowed it all up.
Yeah, well, nobody's perfect.
We'll see if we ever end up back on your world or not. I'm guessing that might not be a good thing if we were back on your world, though.
Yeah, there's nothing back there for you anyway. Okay, so you want to pause till Greg comes back?
We have to wait for Greg to get back.
Okay.
Greg, are you pooping?
Oh, I can hear you.
Greg, are you pooping?
Yeah.
Wow. It's different, sure. Hi, Marty. He's a pupper.
Hey, buddy. Are you good, bud? He's like, you left me all alone today, Mom. You're so mean.
So Greg, people were, Arvine and Strax were voting for going to fight the werewolves.
Oh.
And put the pies on hold for now. Because there's werewolves. Strax's motivation on that is that there's a reward for taking out the werewolves, and that's some immediate cash in pocket, and then we can worry about the pies if you want to worry about the pies. So,
well, it's a democracy, so in spite of what I think, I believe we're going to fight the werewolves. So,
well,
I think Janie wants to go for the pastries, so I think it's 2 versus 2.
Oh.
So what are SDO1 and TH88? the droids have to break the tie.
Yeah.
No, but there's 2 of them, so they could tie it back up again.
That's true.
Well.
What does Earl think?
I mean, he's back at the forge. If you want to go talk to him,
he just picks things up and puts them down. Whatever.
So half the party wants to go fight werewolves. Half the party wants to do pies.
I mean, if you're worried about people's health, then the werewolves are actively killing people.
Yeah, Arvine kind of has a beef with that from being infected with lycanthropy, too, I will admit. Yeah. Lycanthropy, whatever.
It seems like we need to deal with the present
Kate has a tendency to put the wrong emphasis on the wrong syllable.
So I guess why don't we go ahead and fight the werewolves? That does make sense that we might be a little cash strapped, so...
You guys are going to have to drag me by the back of my shirt because I'm still going after pies.
That's all right. Strax is used to doing that.
Okay, so I wrote this kind of like a choose your own adventure. So I have to.
It just took us a long time to make a choice.
No, it's fine.
No, we never do that.
I was kind of hoping you guys would like do a bunch of stuff, just kind of go around, talk to people, and do some different things because that's.
We haven't been role playing a lot.
Yeah, I mean it's part of the fun is just to kind of improvise and when you guys throw stuff like I didn't think you were going to go to the Star Runner, so when you mentioned an alchemist, I'm like, oh. They can go talk to people. That'd be kind of cool.
Yeah.
Speaking of going to speak to people, we probably should check in with said elves that are being hounded by said werewolves.
Yeah, get an idea of the lay of the land.
The elves.
That'd be cool.
The posts that you've seen up all around the rock indicate that basically all you have to do is go to one of the entrances to the Elven Forest, and tell them what you're there for, and then they'll let you in. So we are going off to the werewolf portion of the Choose Your Own Adventure. So let's see.
Please turn to page 46.
Your player's handbook.
Perhaps the most beautiful place on the Rock of Bral is the Elven Forest. As the Elven center of Bral, the forest is a mystical grove of birch, laurel, ash, and oak. Some of the trees are hundreds of years old, which seems to contradict the known history of the rock. There is an odd silvery shadow beneath the eaves of the wood that seems to wall off the Elven district as surely as any fence of iron. Elves in shining mail stand guard at the various entrances to the forest. So you go to the entrance and you're greeted by a couple of elves, and they They don't bar your way, but they ask you what your business is.
We're here to take care of your wolf problem.
One of them says, "You may pass."
Thank you.
That was easy.
So as you move into the forest, it is eerily silent. The forest is thick and dense with trees. You do not hear the sound of wind blowing through the trees because there is no wind on an asteroid. There are no rumbles of thunder in the distance as there is no weather on Bral. Animal life is very limited due to the nature of the environment surrounding the forest. After 15 minutes in the forest, you recognize the sound of howling in the distance. It seems to be coming from all around you. You can't seem to pinpoint it. The howling gets louder and louder as the werewolves appear to be closing in fast. The howling stops, and for a moment the silence is deafening. Suddenly, large, muscular, fur-covered shapes launch at you from the nearby trees in all directions, surrounding the party. Roll initiative.
Yep. Just dive right into it. Not bad. Oh, I can almost see that without my glasses.
Okay, initiative. I need some initiative dice here. Let's do this here. This here. Okay.
Why can't I roll initiative for shit? I'm like 23, 19, 8.
Okay, so for my guys,
Oh, I still have an inspiration. Stop.
Janie,
8.
8. And Matisse,
17.
17. You sound a little more excited there, Greg.
Hmm?
You can sound a little more excited.
I
using
just
a
rolled an 8,
spell.
and you rolled a 17. You're like 17.
I think I was distracted.
9 better than me.
Distraction. What is your initiative?
19.
19. And is Aveen way up there at the top?
21.
Oh, okay. I should try to use that.
I rolled the different dice too.
You should try to use that, Greg.
I rolled the big monster blue dice.
Okay.
Monster blue what?
Blue dice.
Oh,
Big one.
okay.
Oh, wow.
So we have Arvine, Strax, Matisse, Janie, puppies.
Oh, the puppies rolled
didn't do
bad.
so good.
Danny's happy for that.
How many puppies we got?
There are 4 of them.
4 puppies.
So far.
Yep, they seem to be using this pack tactic, and they all kind of jump out from the woods and surrounding you in a circle. So they basically square off with each of the humanoid, not the artificial beings, not the constructs. They don't really square off with them. They go after the living, breathing things that have blood in them, and muscle and bone.
Steelwood,
You.
get in front.
So Arvine, you've got one right in your face there.
Oh, okay. Let's see here. So I will bust out 2 laser swords and swing on the one.
I assumed you were
who's in my
walking through
face.
there with them out.
Yes, and I can draw them.
She turns
both.
them on.
We
Way
wouldn't
anyway,
draw
yeah.
our swords when we were into a
So-
forest to kill some werewolf.
Right, yes. Anyway,
Werewolves?
I'm swing with the laser swords.
Talking too much
Werewolf.
Avatar, Sarah.
Alright. How did I get that? That's cocked. Good grief.
I actually am
I
not
actually
caught
got
up
it
on
caught
Avatar.
under the table runner. That's super weird.
Good job, honey.
Ugh. Well, I probably missed with that one. That would be only AC 10 to hit. Let's try that again.
AC 10 to hit. That
Yeah.
misses.
Yeah, so we'll do extra attack.
Swing the laser sword and it moves out of the way.
Okay, a little bit better. AC, let's see here, 15 to hit.
You come back on the back swing and you hit it with the laser sword.
Okay, so that is, let's see here, 13 max damage, 13 force damage.
13 force damage. Okay. So... Okay. So when you hit it with the laser sword, you see that the wound is more severe right at the point of impact. And as you pull the laser sword away, it seems to almost instantly heal some of the damage that was caused from the blow.
Huh.
And you also notice that based on the combat that you had a couple of months ago during the conjunction, that these 4 werewolves seem to be larger.
Let's not waste time silvering weapons, they say. That's just waiting for killing more people, they say.
I didn't say jack shit.
Right. Well, it's a magic weapon, so I mean, Arvine knows enough to know that usually magic weapons are more potent. But if they're healing, they're just tougher. So anyway, she would swing with the offhand sword.
Okay.
No hesitation there. Critical.
Critical.
We like criticals.
So the weapons that people are using, I think everybody's using magical weapons. Am I correct? Jane's using fire.
I'm using me.
Yeah.
He's using fire.
You have
I am the magic.
2 magical laser swords there, Arvine?
The other laser sword is just a normal laser sword with force damage, which is magical damage, but I don't know.
No,
Force
that's
damage type. But...
it's not magical damage, honey.
Okay.
So this is your 3rd attack?
Yep.
And is this with the offhand?
This is the offhand, so it is a normal laser sword.
Okay, gotcha.
Yep.
So go ahead.
So
I'm just keeping track.
It is
So
critical. So it is 15 force damage.
15 force damage. Okay.
You know, in retrospect, I wonder if I even could silver a laser sword.
Your sword? I don't think so. I mean, how do you silver a laser?
I didn't know. I did consider asking the question if you could silver a laser sword. I just didn't even think it was mechanically possible, so I didn't ask.
No, you can't silver a laser sword.
Yeah. I considered silvering katanas, but that would have taken more time. So, yeah.
Excuse me.
Okay.
So, yeah. She kind of yells at the others, like, they're regenerating!
Good.
And just kind of, keeps herself closed in the group with everybody.
All right. And then that was Arvine, our Asimar fighter. Now we go to Strax, Hobgoblin Artificer, and his 2 constructs.
Hey, Chris, did it look like that final weapon did normal damage, or did it look like it did less damage?
It did not have a full effect on it, no.
Okay. So she'd say they're regenerating and they're resistant to magic weapon or non-magic weapons. Something. Use magic weapons.
That's kind of an assumption, but okay.
Strax.
Okay. Flip that nice little switch on my little crossbow. The bolt in it glows a white light, and I shoot the one that Arvine was hitting there.
Okay. So this is a magical bolt with a magical effect on it.
Yep. That is using Branding Smite, which on a hit gives you an extra 2d6, but AC 12?
12, okay. 12 does hit.
Does hit. Okay, good, because I rolled well. A grand total of 16 damage, 6 magical piercing, and 4 radiant.
Okay.
Or the 10 radiant, sorry.
Okay, the bolt hits, and this is blast of energy as it hits.
And I get a shot number 2.
Shot number 2.
Number 2.
It's for AC Moore.
AC Moore.
Oh wait, I forgot to add. I've got to add another 4 damage to the last hit.
Noted.
So 6 total for this one.
Okay. Oh, six in addition to the 4.
Yeah, this hit was 6, and on the last one I forgot to add my +4 for my
Okay.
dex bonus.
Got it. So pew pew pew, 3 shots. One of which has a
2 shots.
burst of magical energy.
Yep.
Oh, sorry, 2 shots. Gotcha.
I'm a stickler for details. I'm sorry.
And then the droids are dodging.
The droids are dodging. Though, I mean, I don't know. It's all theory of the mind. It's hard to say. I don't suppose I could like move them in to be a little bit more interfering. But nah, don't worry about it. SDO1 will just position himself near Janie.
Okay, that's fine. So then we move on to Matisse, our Diva Paladin.
All right, I'm going to try something. I'm not sure how this is going to work.
Don't do it. It's going to suck.
That's what I always do. It usually ends up sucking, but sometimes
I'm going
it
to
comes out really
try
awesome.
casting Moonbeam.
Moonbeam. Okay. You tell me what tell me what I got to do.
Mana jar.
Oh, make it a saving throw.
A shape changer makes it saving throw with disadvantage. If it fails, it also instantly reverts to its original form and can't assume a different form until it leaves the spell's light. On each of your turns after you cast a spell, you can use an action to move the beam up 60 feet in any direction. So when a creature enters the spell's area for the first time on a turn or starts its turn there, it is engulfed in ghostly flames that cause searing pain, and it must make a Constitution saving throw. It takes 2d10 radiant damage on a failed save, or half as much damage on a successful one. And it's a 40-foot high cylinder centered on a point within range.
And actually, Greg, there's a relevant wording there about shape changers that you need to share.
He did.
He did.
Oh, he did.
He just
Okay,
read it.
my headset cut out, so I didn't hear half of what he said. I'm sorry.
That's okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So it's a saving throw, right?
Yes. It's spell DC 13.
Constitution save. Okay.
Yeah.
Constitution saving throw.
Out of game, I feel like these guys might have a good constitution, but we'll see.
Well, if they're making the save with disadvantage, if they're shape changers, I don't know if they are, but
On save. Here we go. Well, it was a natural 20, but unfortunately, disadvantage. The other one is a total of 7.
Oh, too bad.
yeah, jeez.
Okay.
So he takes the damage.
Extras.
Which is 2d10, Greg.
Yes.
Roll it up.
So that's
Yes,
a
nice.
level 2 spell slot
Yeah.
I'm using.
Okay. Mark it off in D&D Beyond, who do not sponsor us, but
which
they
I
should.
did. So 2d10. 2d10.
I totally want to run one of the little stories that just came out.
Little spells?
The Candlekeep ones.
Yeah.
Mechanic
Nice.
Mysteries. Please do. I would love to play in it.
I would love to run some.
We will make them into one-shots. That would be
I
awesome.
very much enjoyed DMing.
Good. It was fun.
Okay, 2d10.
2d10 from this moonbeam. It hits
Big
this
money.
werewolf.
Big
Yeah.
money.
All right,
puppets
so it is. Now I don't add my whatchamacallit to it. It's just whatever the spell
just straight
is.
damage.
Just what else?
Okay, so it's going to be 11.
11.
11.
Okay, so this beam of moonlight comes shining down through the trees, and it, despite the thickness of the canopy, it seems to find its way down through to the ground, and it washes over this werewolf that's in front of Matisse, and it howls out in pain, and there's like this sort of like misty fog that starts to come off of it, and you start to hear like bone crunching and tendons tearing, and you see the person, you see the creature turn into a person. It reverts back into its human form, and it's on the ground, naked and hurt and in pain.
Kill him.
He's a Barovian werewolf in London.
Ow!
They're more vulnerable in their human form. Yeah, take it down.
Okay, so I assume that was an action to cast that there, Greg?
Yes.
Okay,
Let's see.
that was an action. Do you have
I have a bonus action.
bonus action shenanigans?
Okay, so I'm going to attack.
No.
No, I can't.
You can only do bonus action attacks if you take the attack action.
Okay, so what can I do? I guess, can I cast that again?
No.
You only have one action per turn, Greg. So
Yeah.
you just used your action. You only get one action.
Yeah.
It's not unusual when you cast a spell to not have anything to do with it.
You don't have much. The only bonus action you have that I know of, Greg, is your Misty Step, and that would be another spell, and you can't cast 2 spells on one turn.
I guess I'm just stationaries.
Okay. So then we're going to move on
Tell people to gang up on the crunchy while he's down, though.
Janie, our Kalashtar sorceress, wild mage.
Are we kind of in the center and circled by these guys, right?
Mm-hmm. Correct. Yep.
If I cast something with a 30-foot radius, how many of them could I get without hitting one of us?
30-foot radius.
You could get all of them if you cast it on us.
You don't want me to cast it on us.
Well, do we want to?
Fireball. It's not a fireball, but we don't want me to cast it on us.
Need some spell shaping.
I know we're theater of the mind, but I want to actually look at one of my little
template. You could probably get maybe 2 or 3, depending on how it's shaped. Yeah.
Well, it's a spear, 30-foot radius.
Yeah, I'm just thinking that 30-foot radius template has some pretty long straight sides on it with little jig-jogs at the corners.
It has a lot of jig-jogs in it, honey, actually.
Yeah. Jig-jogs.
Yeah. In this situation, you can only get one. There's 3 left out of the 4. Well, I mean, there's the one that's on the ground doesn't look very threatening, so there's really 3 that are very threatening, and you can get one of them.
Really want to use this spell, but I don't think it's a good idea if I only hit one of them at a time.
Yeah. I don't know if there's other threats in here.
That's true. I mean, it's concentration, so I could always take it back down. All right, why the hell not? So I'm gonna open up my fingers, and a dim green light spreads out, 30-foot radius out. I'm gonna put it.
Is it from you, or do you choose a point? And then
it's from a point.
Okay.
So I'm gonna put it, 30 feet away from me, so it comes back, but without hitting me.
Yep.
It spreads around corners, and it lasts until the spell ends.
Okay.
When a creature
that's hiding out there in the woods.
Sure.
Yeah. So when a creature moves into the spell's area for the first time on a turn, or starts its turn there, that creature has to succeed on a Constitution saving throw, or take 4d10 radiant damage, suffer 1 level of exhaustion, and emit a dim greenish light in a 5-foot radius.
Okay.
This light makes it impossible for the creature to benefit from being invisible. And the light and any levels of exhaustion caused by the spell go away when the spell ends.
What's the name of the spell, sir?
This is Sickening Radiance.
Sickening Radiance.
Okay. Totally sick.
That's
radiant.
It's a very zany, Janie appropriate spell. That's pretty cool.
Hey, I thought I'd try something new.
Right?
That's cool.
Yeah. It does sound pretty awesome.
So, Constitution saving throw, please, my friend.
Constitution start of his turn.
Right.
Oh, on its turn.
On the start of the turn, yeah. Was there anything else you wanted to do?
I just cast a spell, so.
Right.
See? Glowing green fog. And you guys were freaking out about it a couple of months ago. I tell you.
And of course, I roll a fucking 19 on my Wild Surge dice. What the fuck? You're fired. That will be my turn. Thank you.
Okay. And you said it was like the sickening green cloud?
Yes, it's a sickening green cloud.
Okay, so it envelops the werewolf in front of you, and it starts to breathe in the vapors. And you said Constitution save?
Yes.
Okay.
Breathing in the chemical.
Breathing out. Singing like I'm that group you know who.
That's a natural 1. It's not an auto fail, but it's still so low that I'm sure it doesn't pass.
Yeah, that doesn't pass. My con save is 14. So 4d10 radiant.
Nice, Jeannie.
It's a 4th level spell, so.
It stays up for your concentration.
Ooh, I've got 2 6s and a 10.
Nice.
So 12, 13, 23.
Yeah.
23. And
it's concentration up to 10 minutes.
Okay. And that was poison damage, I assume?
Radiant damage, actually.
Oh, radiant. Oh, okay, that's cool.
Nice.
And it suffers a level of exhaustion. And it emits a dim greenish light.
Okay. Does the fact that it emits light, it doesn't say that it has... Oh, no, the reason why that's there... It says that
the light makes it impossible for it to be invisible.
Okay.
So it doesn't give it, like, disadvantage or... You know.
Right, no, but if you were fighting ghosts or specters or something that was invisible, they would all light up, which is pretty cool. Okay.
It's pretty cool spell, eh?
So that sickening green fog gets into its lungs, and it breathes in it, and like you see like parts of its eyes start to glow, but not in a good way. It's like taking this racking pain from the inside, and it howls out as it takes the pain, and then starts to glow. Okay, so this is at the start of their turn. So that one is going to lash back out at you in anger at this new uncomfortable sensation that it has with the spell.
One's going to take exception to that.
Okay. The Steel Defender, STO1, tries to impose disadvantage. So starts with a bite. Disadvantage of the bite. Okay, so AC 12. Does that get you?
That misses.
Probably not. Okay.
Yep.
STO1 bites onto the werewolf's leg and causes it to miss. Then it's going to take the claw attack, which is a regular attack. That is going to be AC 22.
Oof.
Yeah, that'll hit.
Ouch, though.
At least it's not the bite.
Yeah.
All right, so from the claw, you take 14 slashing.
Oh. Ouchie. Not dead yet. Hope not.
And then Strax, there's one in front of you. So it's going to try to bite your head off. So here we go. Bite attack on Strax. Oh, another natural one. All right. Then I'm going to try the claw.
I thought in his general direction.
The claw.
Wow, another natural one.
Holy shit, you need to fire those dice.
That was 2 different dice.
Wow.
Okay, Arvian.
Have you ever done this before?
Bite on Arvian. That is AC 13. Probably not going to get through.
Yep.
Okay. You move out of the way of that one.
Arvine is super cautious of the teeth. She's jaded.
It swipes back at you with the claw after missing with the bite. AC 14.
Miss.
Does not have purchase. Okay. And then Matisse, the guy on the ground in front of you, the naked guy on the ground, he kind of looks up at you and he says, Where am I? Who are you? What is this place?
You were attacking us a moment ago, so it would seem that you're under someone's spell, and I ended that spell.
Okay, he basically just kind of sits there cowering on the ground, kind of looking scared, like he doesn't know what to do. And then we're going to go back up the top of the round to Arvine, SMR fighter. Yes.
That Moonbeam spell has a start of turn effect.
Oh no.
Is it only start of turn?
I don't think so. I can move it on each of my turns.
Enters the spells area for the first time or on a turn or starts its turn there.
Yeah.
It is engulfed in ghostly flames that can cause it searing pain.
Okay, so he started his turn in it.
So he's
although I think it wasn't supposed to have the effect at cast time though.
Well, he entered it for the first time. Yeah. I guess. Started his turn there. Yeah, I guess that really was. It should have been just now that all that happened.
So it should have only been at the start of his turn.
Yeah.
Okay, so basically, all the stuff that happened that brought him to this point just happened just now.
Yeah.
Okay, but my point is, at the start of his next turn, he's still in the light.
Okay, so he crawls out of the light. He gets up and he moves away. He's kind of covering his private parts.
But does he revert?
He doesn't seem to.
Light?
Okay.
He just kind of moves away. He's a little bit burnt from the energy.
Yeah.
You can see he has wounds on his skin.
That's pretty sweet.
He moves out of the way and he kind of just he walks like 30 feet and then kind of sits up against a tree, sits down.
Yeah.
Okay.
And you can move it with your action on your future turns, Matisse. That's awesome. That was a great call.
So Arvine, SMR fighter, top around.
All right. Well, Arvine's just gonna keep wailing away on the one in front of her.
Okay.
All right. So magical laser sword. AC 14 to hit.
Yes, that definitely connects.
Okay, AC 14 for, let's see here, 7 magical force damage.
Okay, got it.
Extra attack. AC 14 to hit again.
That's the same weapon? Yep.
Yeah, this is extra attack with the same weapon. And then once again, 7 magical. Not the best damage rolls, but whatever. Then she's gonna go offhand with the normal laser sword, because any damage is better than no damage. That hits for AC a lot more.
Okay.
And that hits for 7 non-magical force damage.
Okay. Definitely doesn't seem to have a lot of effect on it.
And she says, "Awesome, Matisse, get the others."
Okay.
And then that's it.
All right, Strax, Hobgoblin Artificer.
Well, pew pew pew. He's not going to power it up, but he will take a shot.
Okay. So magical crossbow bolts.
Fire, still going after the one that's on Ravine. To focus damage. Fire miss on number 1.
Hand crossbow.
AC 9.
9.
Good.
It ducks out of the way.
Fire number 2. AC much better. 25.
25. That hits. Which one were you shooting at?
The one that's attacking Arvine.
On Arvine.
Okay.
The one that Arvine's been after.
Yeah. For 9 damage.
9.
9. And my bonus action attack.
You're doing that last turn too?
No, last turn I used the branding smite. I'm not using that this time.
No, were you attacking the same target last turn?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because he's, quote, focusing damage.
Right.
16. I'll let you finish mathing.
Okay, go ahead.
HT 23.
That hits.
7.
7. Okay, so that one is bloodied. So less than half in hit points. So, pew pew pew, magical crossbow, magical hand crossbow, I should say. And then the droids are doing the same as usual.
Droids, second burst, same as the first. Yep.
Okay. And then we go to Matisse, Diva Paladin.
Okay, so I'm going to move that light, and I can move it up to 60 feet in any direction.
Okay.
So are you going to put it on Strax's or Matisse's or Janie's?
I would probably focus it on the one that is off near Janie, I think.
Okay. So that is a con save?
You guys are
Yes.
so protective of me.
You got
Disadvantage because it's a shapeshifter.
On its turn.
On its turn.
Oh, sorry. On its turn.
Yeah.
Right. So you move the movement over there. It seems to recoil, but it doesn't do anything right at this very moment.
Wait 6 seconds.
So then we go to Janie. You see this werewolf in front of you, shine in moonlight.
Oh, pretty. I'm gonna get some darts going from my fingers, and since we've been focusing on Arvines, I'll send them at Arvines.
Right.
So 5 darts. Here we come. Pew 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 pew.
Okay, so that was
Pew, 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 pew.
another level 2 spell.
Pew. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
It doesn't count as another spell.
Oh, okay. It's just same use. Got it.
Yeah.
As long as he can maintain concentration.
As long as you keep concentration. Ooh, that's a shitty roll. 1, 2, 3.
See, I'm not usually the caster, so it's weird for me.
So that's gonna be 15.
All right, we're walking you through it.
Damage.
15 from Magic Missile.
Magic Missile. And I rolled an 18. You're fired.
So no Wild Surge.
No Wild Surge.
Magic Missiles come out and hit this werewolf that's already lit up by the moonbeam. Seems very disoriented.
No. I went on the one after
On
Arvine.
Oh, Arvine, sorry.
Not the one in front of me.
Yeah, the one that's
Right.
bloody.
Well, yeah, I did mark it on the sheet right. I just said it wrong.
Okay, just making sure.
Excuses.
Just want to make sure you're mathing right.
The one in front of Arvine. Bam, bam, bam. Gets hit with missiles.
It's
And-
bloody. It's bloody.
Then
I think he was already bloody.
it's already bloody.
Yes.
Oh, I didn't pay attention.
Is it staying bloodied? Is it getting
Yeah.
unbloodied?
Is it staying bloody?
It
Is it more
is
bloody?
unbloodied. It is unbloodied now.
It is unbloodied. Oh, well, okay.
It is rebloodied. Okay, so then the werewolves go. So this one in
Yeah.
front of Janie has the moonbeam on it.
Yeah.
And, I'll keep that same roll, which means that he failed, Greg.
Okay. It's going to be 6 for that one.
6.
Fairy moonbeams home
Okay.
in a jar.
But it detransfers.
Again, the moonbeam
Yeah.
comes down through this thick canopy of trees, washing over this werewolf, and it starts to kind of seem to burn up on smoke, and then you hear the transformation noise as it turns back into a human.
Nice.
This human, though, does not seem to be scared or repentant in any way.
Uh-oh.
Oh
Mm.
boy.
This one, this human is sort of standing there, just buck ass naked, looking at
Dog
you,
out, probably.
and kind of
In
like
front of me? In front of Janie?
in front of Janie.
Janie's dude. Oh,
God.
no.
He's getting an apple.
Sorry.
This particular human, he looks very psychotic. His eyes are kind of wild, and his hands are sort of formed like claws, and he just seems like he's kind of wild and manic.
Perfect guy for Janie.
Does he move out of the moonbeam, though? That's the question.
He does sort of like step around, just to one side of Janie, sort of out of the way. Well, actually, SDO1 is there. So yeah, so he tries to move out of the way. Oh no, SDO1 can't take a reaction.
No, he can't.
Okay. So I mean, he just moves on the other side of Janie, sort of away from SDO1, but it's not really going to stop SDO1 from being able to impose. But he moves out of the sunbeam. Out of the moonbeam. So that is that one and that one. So we have one on Strax and Arvine.
Greg, correct me if I'm wrong. The wording of the spell: once they're out of the moonbeam, they can revert. They can.
It doesn't say anything in
Janie,
there about
is your effect on the one in front of you?
Yes.
Okay, so it's in the cloud as well. It's in
Hey,
the
John, I'll chat you.
so it also has to make a save against your thing too, right?
Well, it was already in the cloud. Hold on.
Right.
The only thing it says is that it can't assume a different form until it leaves the spell's light. So
Okay.
So he could possibly retransform.
yeah,
If
Yeah,
he
assuming he
has
has
whatever
control
mechanic
over it.
he needs to do
Right.
it, if he can control it.
So
Yeah.
when the creature moves into the spell's area for the first time on a turn or starts its turn there,
Okay. So
it'll take 4 more d10s.
So the one in front of
and
you
suffer
takes all
another
that
level of
damage.
exhaustion.
okay.
So I guess it's whether you think he can move out of the cloud as well.
Well, if it says he starts his turn there, then he'll take it a second time.
Oh, that's true because he
Yeah.
didn't move out of it.
And he had already taken 1 level of exhaustion too, which is cool.
Which puts
Yeah.
him at 2
So-
levels of exhaustion.
Well,
Wow.
first let's see if he makes the Constitution saving throw.
There's a Constitution saving throw. That is probably not enough. No, he got a 10.
Nope, not enough. So another level of exhaustion. And 4, 5, 8
Okay.
plus 10 is 18 radiant damage.
And his
18 radiant
exhaustion
damage.
means he has disadvantage on ability checks and his speed is halved.
His speed is 0 because he's dead.
Oh,
Oh no!
So the radiant light, or the moonbeam, transforms this werewolf back into a very
human.
manic, crazy-looking human who then dies in the cloud.
Wow.
Damn!
Brutal.
Tag team moonbeam.
Okay. So then we have one in front of Strax and one in front of Arvine. So let's see. Let's start with Arvine. We'll do with the bite.
SDO1 is not close enough, is he?
No.
Oh,
That's still only AC 14 though.
that'll miss.
And then for the claw, AC 16.
Miss.
Miss. It's trying to get through your armor and it can't quite get through. And then we go to Strax with the bite. AC 13.
Meh.
Clangs off of your armor as well. And then for the claw. Ooh, AC way less.
Okay. Miss way more.
Miss way more. And then we go to Arvine, Asimar Fighter.
I gotta say, at least the one that I just killed didn't look like he was a nice guy.
All right, Arvine is gonna keep willing on the one in front of her.
All right.
No, Kate, I
Same
can't move the
plan.
cloud.
Oh. Okay. Let's see. Oh,
Underwave. Boom! Throw him back into the cloud.
Right.
Arvine's gonna keep willing on the one in front of her. All right. Critical.
Oh my god.
Critical with one of the magical ones?
Yes.
Okay.
Critical with the magical laser sword.
Gotcha.
He's been critical rolling.
Oh, I rolled a 1 on my second damage die.
In your face.
Ooh.
I don't know why
So
she gets
it'll be-
excited when she gets a critical. She always does that.
Right. Oh, so that'll be 11 magical force damage.
11.
Right
11.
up to 11.
Got
All
it.
right, again. That'll be AC, let's see here, 16 to hit
16 does connect.
for, let's see here, 8 magical force damage.
8. Smash in the leg, smash in the arm.
And then
Force damage.
offhand, normal laser sword.
Offhand, non-magical
Oh, I
laser
think
sword.
that is probably going to miss. AC 10?
AC 10. Managed to dodge that one.
Ooh. Okay. Let's see here. Yeah, we'll call that good.
Strax.
Oh.
Strax is going to grapple the one in front of him and judo throw him into the cloud. You can do that, right?
Technically,
I mean, it's shove
technically,
attack, right?
There is shove and there is grapple, and
Yeah.
it says you can move a grappled target. Although, because I don't really like those rules very much, I have modified them slightly. Which is that?
All right, fine. It's too complicated. I'll just shoot the other one. The one on our feet.
He just likes watching them burn.
Yeah, I just made a rule, basically a house rule, which I should actually write down somewhere, that if the creature is larger than you and you try to move it when you have it grappled, you have to make a contested strength check to move it. Whereas basically what the rules say is that if you grapple something that's bigger than you, you can just drag it along with you. And I'm like, yeah, right.
No sense.
I'm like, no. No. I mean, you might be able to, but you're gonna have to fight the thing's strength.
Yeah. Nah. Let's not make this complicated. Fire missile number 1.
Fire missile number 1.
Fire the missiles!
26 for 6.
26
Nice.
for 6. This is still on our beans, right?
Yep.
Yay.
22 for 5. Minimum damage. There.
All right. Takes a bolt in the shoulder and then one in the leg.
And AC 10.
10.
Oh.
Right over its shoulder. Shoot.
Oh, well.
Right.
And SDO1, I am going to move over to me.
Okay. Matisse, Steve, a paladin with
All
the
right.
moonbeam.
So I moved the moonbeam again over
The one on me hasn't been hurt. The one on our
over
beam's
to
been hurt.
the one that's on Strax.
There you
Okay.
go.
All right. You guide that over there. And then it is Janie,
Who's still left on the board?
The one on me is currently engulfed in a moonbeam, and the one on Arvine
Is badly hurt.
kind of hurt. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Fire the missiles!
I'm looking at beverage. I'm still on headset.
So
Magic
yeah, I
missiles.
guess 5 more darts coming your way.
Okay.
5
one
dots coming
on
your way.
Arvine.
Yeah.
Okay.
Popping a bottle too, Chris.
Ooh. Okay. 2. 10 plus 5 is 15 again. 15 force.
15 force.
And
And possibly a wild surge.
I will surge!
Yeah! Oh, wild surge!
Here we go.
We turn. Tell us the future that we must learn. Whatever it is. Okay. Okay, 89. I don't think I've had that one yet, so let's see.
Your head explodes. Yay, werewolves!
Whoa. Why you gotta go there?
I become invisible for the next minute. During that time, other creatures can't hear me, and the invisibility ends if you attack or cast a spell.
Well, that's not that bad.
You just can't attack or cast spells.
I mean, you can action
Well, I've
point
already
back
got a
it
spell
down.
out there, so
Yeah,
No, it's
it's probably not worth using.
I would
I
say that
wouldn't-
you can concentrate on that and maintain it and not
Yeah.
lose your
Yeah, that's
not
pretty
lose your
sweet.
invisibility.
No, it doesn't
Neato.
say that she can't cast spells. She just says she loses her invisibility if you cast a spell.
yeah.
Yes,
I already have a spell cast. so-
correct.
Right.
I don't know what John's point is. We all knew
I
that.
thought I heard somebody was questioning whether or not she could cast spells. Maybe I misheard. Anyway, moving on.
Moving right along.
So you all set, Janie?
I'm all set. Thank you.
Okay. So the start of the werewolf's
Turn
turn.
into her missiles.
The
JD.
moonbeam. The moonbeam. Constitution save at disadvantage. That is going to be a 10.
That would be
That will
a
fail.
fail.
It's 13, but that's still
Yeah.
is 13 is still a failure.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So go ahead and do the damage, Greg.
4.
4. Okay.
But you still revert it. That's pretty sweet.
So again, the unsettling sounds of the transformation occur, and this time there is this young, beautiful, naked woman there with long, dark hair, and she kind of covers herself up and sort of looks around and sees who's she in front of. She's in front of Strax.
Yeah.
Sees this hobgoblin in front of her with a steel defender.
Is she fuzzy?
Huh?
Is she fuzzy?
What areas are you wondering about?
Huh?
No, just in general. Is she like have fuzzy?
Fire
Wow.
down below.
She's a
He's
human.
not
She's a
into
human
unfuzzy.
female.
Okay, then Strax doesn't care.
Okay.
Stop beating
In
him
case
around
you
the
haven't
bush.
noticed, hobgoblins like fuzzy things,
Yeah.
like Earl.
Strax is
Strax is
beating
attracted
around
to
the
Earl?
bush.
I wasn't aware of that.
No, but I
No.
used to be a hobgoblin, and I like Earl.
That's true. That's true.
I'm feeling a little bushy, am I?
Okay, so she's not panicky per se, but she's not threatening either. She is sort of covering herself up. She seems a little bit disoriented, whereas the guy over by the tree seems like totally like he's totally kind of out of it. Like
WTF, Mike?
so, the other one is facing Arvine down. She's going to try to take a bite out of Arvine.
Did she move out of the movie?
Yes, she did. Sorry, I keep forgetting that. She moves out of the moonbeam, yes.
Okay. Somebody's got to keep tabs on you.
All right. Oh, natural 20 on the bite.
Oh no!
Oh.
Son of a gun!
Oh no!
Not again!
And SDO1's not there to give you disadvantage anyway. So.
The first 2 die rolls were minimum and next to minimum. So the next 2 dice rolls are... One is maximum. So...
+2 to saving throw. Don't forget. case you need it.
So you take 22 points of piercing damage.
Ooh. Yikes.
And then a Constitution saving throw with with Matisse Diva, the Diva Paladins, +2 bonus, you said, Greg?
Yes.
Oh, that's not wonderful.
You're going to get lycanthropy again?
Hang on.
Hold on, and don't tell her if it makes it yet.
Yeah.
Okay,
hold on.
so can I say what I rolled?
You can say what you rolled.
Yes.
Okay, so that is 7 plus 6 is 13 on its own.
Okay, I'm going to bend luck,
Okay.
which means
So-
I'm spending 2 sorcery points, and I'm going to have you add 1d4 to your saving throw.
Was
Okay.
that counting the +2?
She already added the +2.
That was
Okay.
including the +2. Yeah, it was a 5
Okay.
on the die, Greg.
Oh,
Okay. I only rolled a 1. All right, so 14.
Okay, hang on.
Hang on.
Does Strax have more shenanigans?
Guys got some
Brother and sister are throwing all these bonuses at Irene.
I shouted to you, maybe you can suck the curse out of the wound.
Wow.
Some genius. Gives you the
this
flash of
just
genius.
got
Gives you +4 to
real.
the saving throw.
Gives me plus what?
+4.
Okay, so that's an 18.
Okay.
Word.
18.
I probably had it on the 14, but thank you, Strax.
Couldn't be sure.
Fair enough.
So you
Would rather be
begin,
sure.
you begin to feel the familiar sensation of the lycanthropy
Oh,
trying to take
God.
hold, but then you manage to fight it off with the help of Janie and Strax and Matisse and all their shenanigans.
Tag team effort.
Nice.
Ooh, there it is.
Oop, there it is. Shenanigans.
Again.
Shenanigans.
All right, that's going to try to claw you. Natural 16.
Is that the AC that it hits, or what's the actual?
No, it
does
hits 23.
Oh.
That does hit.
Yeah.
Ouch, though.
Okay, so let's see. 6. So you take 10 slashing.
Ouch.
Ow.
Ow. At least
Ow.
you're not going to turn into a werewolf.
Yeah.
Fair.
Silver linings.
I'm not
playbook.
bloody yet.
If only we
Pun
could attack them
intended.
with silver linings.
Silver linings.
Right.
Hey-oh. All right, Arvine, back up to you.
Okay. She's gonna swing at the one that just hurt her so bad.
Can't imagine why.
Magical laser sword.
Yep. That is so close to being a critical. All right. So that'll be for AC 26 to hit. For, let's see here, 8 magical force damage.
Okay, so it tries to lunge in to bite you again, and you stick your laser sword right down its throat, and then it falls over dead.
Ah.
Oh.
She kind of pants and look at the others and says, "Thank you."
Are you telling me this is the first fight I haven't had to lay a hand on anything?
You haven't had to touch anything?
Dude, Greg, Moonbeam is amazing.
That's awesome.
And it lasts for. Go ahead, Strax.
I was gonna say, I mean that basically.
That was cool. That was the first time I ever.
I was gonna say it short. Wasn't gonna say it shorted the fight, but
It lasts for a minute. So if you had any thought that we were going to get attacked again, I'd say you keep it there so that you can use it. But I don't know. Can we
Put it on the
our
other party
wolves?
members, Greg, and see who burns.
just in case.
It'd be me.
All right. So
I'm totally
Okay.
a shapeshifter. Shapeshifter.
Sure. I'm a sure.
Have another cider, Sarah.
What are we gonna do with these two? Kill them?
Irene stares down. I guess. Do you have any exposition, Chris, at the end of the fight?
Well, there's the one naked man who is by the tree, and he seems kind of nervous and scared. There's the naked woman who is sort of standing off to the side, and she looks a little bit concerned. She's sort of looking at all of you to see what you're going to do. She doesn't quite know if she's still in danger or not.
Irvine kind of stares at, discounts the man because he looks scared, and looks at the woman and says, where are the two of you from? What's your story? She's kind of looking back and forth between the two of them. She's more focused on the woman, though.
She says, "This is Barovia, isn't it?"
I'm afraid not.
Oh, we think it was for.
We might have been, yeah. We've been people on the outside have been calling this the conjunction, but the place we hail from is called the Rock of Bral, and this forest is part of the rock.
She says, "I don't recognize these woods. The weird silvery shadows from the trees. It doesn't look like Barovia. You're saying this place is called the Rock of what?
Of Bral.
Of Bral. Is that?
She might turn back into a wolf at any time. Do we kill her or not?
No, I think we.
She says no. She says no. That is once a month.
Are
during,
you
during the cycle of the moon?
You and your accomplice,
there is no moon.
Are you like this by choice? There is no moon here, so I don't know if you would turn back.
How can there be no moon?
It's complicated.
That's a long story, but this world has no moon.
Let's take her to the church and get them cleansed.
I can offer for your friend and you, if you wish to be cured of this, that we have a place that can do that for you.
Or we could take him to Luigi's and get him a drink. That's what I could use.
That's also valid.
Are you going non-fuzzy on us?
No, I just want a drink.
I guess I kind of raise an eyebrow and look at the woman and say, we were here to stop the killing in the woods. Are there others like you here?
That's a good point.
I don't really know. I was at my home and then I was taken over by the curse. Okay. And then I found myself here.
Yeah.
Do you wish to have the curse removed?
Do you wish to have the curse?
Whether we do or not, we got to take her to the church anyway. Somebody's got to deal with her.
If there's a way for that to be done, then yes, of course.
And I look at the man and say, and you too.
He's kind of like huddling and he's nervous and he says, yes. If there's some way to get rid of it, then yes, of course, yes.
Okay. Well, come with us. Let's see. I probably have like a sleeping roll or something, like an extra piece of fabric in my pack, and I just give it to one of them to cover
Traveler's
up with.
clothes.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
you concern yourself with the strangest things. Let's just go.
So you give them both some kind of a partial covering at least.
Yep.
Pee-pee.
Very mature, Sarah. Do I have to draw the penis?
That's my middle name. Mature.
Okay, so it took you about 15 minutes of walking before you were attacked. And basically the Elven Forest, it's not like really big. I mean, you're basically like right in the middle of it. So if you were to, say, walk out of the forest in the opposite direction that you came, you could basically cover the entire length of the forest if you were interested in trying to see if there are more werewolves in an area that maybe you hadn't covered, or do you just want to go back the way you came?
We do need to finish the. Well,
we got to be thorough.
I kind of turn to the other two and say, can we tour the rest of the forest if we find more creatures? Can you keep yourselves out of harm's way?
The woman is kind of she's taken sort of a protective stance with the guy who seems a little bit out of it, and she has an arm around him and she says, how did you come into the forest? Is there dwellings nearby?
There is a city around us, but I think we should escort you out because I don't know that the guards at the entrance to this place will take kindly to you if you leave without us.
Well, I have no choice but to try and trust you.
Okay.
If you want us to stay with you, then I could go back the way you came, but otherwise I'll stay with you.
Let's just go. You're overthinking it. Go on.
Okay. Let's bring them with us. Yep.
Okay.
So tour the rest of the forest.
Hopefully they won't turn back.
So
bring your moan beam.
So after another 15 minutes, you get through the other side, and there's another pair of guards there, and they see you escorting these people out. And one of the guards asks you, "Is the werewolf problem taken care of?"
Problems
Arvine says yes.
Werewolves are gone.
Very well then. Please.
You want an ear? We can give you one of theirs.
Oh my god.
Harveen
Shut up.
elbows Strax.
I stomp on Strax's foot.
He says, one of the guards says,
Give him a psychic tongue lashing.
one of the guards says, please go to the Elven embassy and take this symbol with you. And he sort of takes this little symbol off of his armor and he hands it to you. And he says, pass this in as proof that you have eliminated the werewolf problem, and they will pay you the reward of 1,000 gold.
Excellent.
Thank you.
Wow, that's a lot of
Have
gold.
a good day.
Shit. I mean, yay.
Well, I think it's divided among all of us.
It's 1,000 divided.
Yeah.
It's still a lot of gold.
250.
Still is. Yeah.
250.
Okay, so you bring the 2 humans to the temple and to have the curse removed?
Yes.
They're your problem. You go.
How many more of those favors do you have, Arvine?
I have one more, and I think Matisse has 3. Yeah. So.
Okay. So you have to use 2 of those favors.
Sure.
I'll use one of mine.
Or we'd have to pay for it, but yes, I'll use my final one. That's fine.
Okay. So Greg, you still have 2 left?
Yes.
Okay. All right. So you basically hand them off, and the temple says that they will take care of it, and they will also try to get them some clothes and get them fed and sort of talk to them about what has happened to them. So they'll sort of take them off your hands for you, so they can try to integrate them into this society that they obviously have no idea what's going on.
Okay.
And they seem.
We should probably not tell them that Strahd is here.
Do they even know who he is?
Well, hold on. You guys don't know who Strahd is.
I'm just kidding.
But
that would have been funny though.
Along the way, though, the 2 people definitely seem very taken aback by seeing like floating vehicles and constructed beings, including the droids. Everything seems a little bit wild and crazy to them, but you pass them off to the temple, and they said they would take care of them.
Okay.
So, where do you guys want to go from here?
Embassy.
Pastries.
Money.
Okay, so you go to the Elven embassy, and you have no trouble collecting the
Yeah.
money. They thank you for your service.
Yep.
So
Anytime. Let me know if you got any more.
you each get 250 gold,
Yeah.
unless you want to put some in a party fund or something.
Yeah. And actually, walking back real quick, while we were at the temple, I think Arvine would have asked Matisse to bring out the pastry and ask the people at the temple if they had anybody who would be capable of analyzing it. I think it's unlikely, but she would ask.
They don't have anybody with any particular
Okay.
alchemical skill.
Okay.
Okay.
I'll analyze it.
So you guys got the reward for the werewolves,
All right.
and now what?
Well, Jenny wants her pastry.
Okay.
Can't be that late in the day.
Arvine thinks that this is a very bad idea.
You think everything's a bad idea.
So is Janie eating Matisse's pastry?
I don't think Matisse is likely to let her have it, but
Matisse is shaking his head. No.
Jane
got to go
just
get
got
one.
250 gold. She'll go buy her own.
Okay. So it takes about an hour. The line's a little shorter, so it takes about an hour. And how many pastries do you want to buy?
Just one.
Just one. Okay. So you buy one off of the same withered old lady that you saw come to the door of the Hammered Unicorn Forge.
How
And
much?
Just 1 gold.
Okay.
Wake me up in the middle of the friggin' night.
Okay. So then you move out of the line with a bunch of eager customers behind you. You're in the lesser market, and Janie has a pastry.
I lick it.
Okay, it is now yours.
Yeah, I don't want that pastry now. All right, come on. I do want a drink, though. Come on. Let's go see Luigi.
yeah.
I'm thirsty.
So you guys are going to the Laughing Beholder with the pie?
Yep.
Pastry?
Guess so.
Okay.
Yep.
All right. So you walk in there, and Luigi says, "Hey, some customers. Come on in. Come up to the bar."
Yeah. Arvine says, "What do you think is going on with these crazy pastries? We've got someone here who's curious and thinks she wants to try it."
Oh, yeah? Who's that? Which one?
Look at Janie.
Oh, yeah, Janie, you got your pie
Lowers
there.
a little bit.
Huh?
We found somebody else who seemed pretty out of it.
I've never had one of those before, so you got to tell me what happens.
All right, well, Give me a drink, too, while you're up there, huh?
Yeah, sure. He uses his telekinetic eye stalk to give you an ale.
Janie wants to investigate the pastry before she takes a bite.
Roll investigation.
Investigation?
Yep.
Can Arvine help you?
Investigate the pastry.
Investigate my pastry that I
I'm going to say no.
That I already licked.
Just to set the scene a bit, regaling
shit.
with our fight that we just had with the werewolves.
Okay, he's very interested in hearing about your werewolf fight.
I rolled a 5.
You
Roll
know
the
what,
5.
Luigi? I'll take a drink also.
Yeah, sure, Matisse. Get you a drink with his telekinetic eye stalk.
Thank you.
Can I tell if there's anything like magical about the pastry?
Okay, so you
I rolled a 5 on my investigation.
5 in your investigation. Okay. I mean, it just looks like a mincemeat pie to you. Has a very nice smell to it.
Smells like magic. Ow, everybody's so uncomfortable right now.
Yeah,
I'm
letting you play
gonna
this
take
one.
a bite of the I take a bite of the pie.
Okay.
Yes.
I take a bite of the pie. I like
Take a
me
bite of
some
the
pie.
So it tastes really, really good.
Quite tasty, Luigi. You should try some.
Nah, I'm okay.
That's okay. I licked it. I'll take another bite.
It's yours then. You like it, it's yours.
I'll take another bite.
Tastes really good. It's probably one of the best pies you've ever had.
This is delicious. I wonder what it's made
Better
out
be
of.
for how much it
I start
costs.
poking it some more.
Looks like it's got some herbs, some
Herbs.
spices,
Who's Herb?
some herb. It's made of herb.
It's made of herb?
It's made out of herb.
It's mincemeat, right?
little
Is
bit
it
of
like
a little bit of Joe.
marijuana herb?
No, I mean it's not very big. It's it's probably about 4 or 5 inches across. After taking 2 bites, you're about halfway through.
That's small pastry.
It is.
Yeah.
The hand pie, like a
I
turnip.
don't know.
I mean,
Still worrisome. Dimple was out of it.
Yeah,
do I seem
Dimple-
out of it yet?
No. I mean, you noticed
yeah,
you
but-
noticed that sort of effect come over him once he'd eaten the entire thing.
I'll keep eating.
Okay.
Okay, do you eat the entire thing?
I'll eat the entire thing.
Constitution saving throw.
You get your buff because of Matisse.
Yes, you do. Yes, you get the
I have-
Matisse
I
buff.
have a
I say she gets
I
inspiration
have a
just
plus
for going with it.
6 to Constitution anyway, guys.
Greg's bonus is important, man.
Oh, Jesus. I rolled a 4, so that'll be a 12.
12. Okay.
I also have inspiration. I could give myself advantage.
If you're,
But I think I had to call that before I did it.
Typically,
you don't know if you saved or failed though.
That's
He
true.
wouldn't
I
tell
know.
you.
I know.
No. But I mean, I would like the intention of the inspiration to be, I'm going to use it on this roll. Then you roll.
Right. Okay.
Not I failed, so then I use
figured
it.
as much. I figured as much. Thank you. He didn't tell me if it failed though. Just saying.
Yeah.
Okay, so you eat the entire pie,
Okay.
and
I'm so nervous right now.
you see Janie's eyes sort of like gloss over a little bit. They become sort of glassy, and she sort of looks like she's a little bit drunk, a little kind of daisy. Pretty much like the way that Dimble looked.
So
Do I
like
chips?
normal.
And then she kind of leans back in her chair, and she very, very quickly just falls right to sleep. Her breathing changes. She starts to have these like rapid eye movements, and it comes on to her very quickly.
Wow.
So,
She's gonna.
Sarah,
This may be the stupidest thing I've ever done. Just FYI.
That's why these are the most fun things to do. Why do you think I do it all stupid
I
things all
know
the
why
time?
you
They're
do
fun.
Sarah, describe to me what Janie's most ideal, joyous place for her to be. Can you describe that to me? place where she would be just the most idyllic and happy?
Back in her town where nobody has been burned to death by her fireballs.
Okay.
And she's still a hobgoblin, but she still has Earl.
Okay, so basically your life before the accident.
Yeah.
But with Earl.
But with Earl.
Okay. So you are transported back to your home village, and Strax has his business, and you are there as a hobgoblin, and you are married to the big, burly, handsome bugbear Earl. And you have a couple of half bugbear, half hobgoblin children.
Oh, that's got to be interesting.
They're very fuzzy. The
fuzziest.
You have a couple of little fuzzballs running around.
I'm imagining wolfhound children.
You call that a bug goblin?
A bug goblin.
So everything in the dream is it's vivid and it's real in a way that you have never experienced in a dream before. And people can get lost in the dream, certainly, but this is like that times 10. And basically you go through this experience being in this idyllic place for you. And roll a d4 for me.
Oh no.
That's a 3.
It's a 3.
He says so meekly.
So you are basically asleep for 7 hours.
Yikes.
Okay. So all of you see her basically fall into this state that looks like she's deeply sleeping, and you're at the bar, and Luigi has given Matisse and Strax their drinks. So seeing Janie in this state, what do the rest of you do?
Is she still sitting, or is she on the ground?
She's kind of slumped over on the chair.
Arvine kind of looks at Luigi and says, "Have you seen anything like this before?"
Yeah, she kind of looks drunk.
Yeah, it does, yeah.
Doesn't seem normal. I kind of look at Matisse and go, I think now I want to take her to the temple and to see if they can figure out what's going wrong with these people.
No, we just needed to get her home and let her sleep off.
No, I think we should take her to the temple. What do you think, Matisse?
You are such a worrywart. Jeez.
Well, Strax, you're probably the strongest of the three of them, so if you just want to take me home, you probably could.
He's not stronger than Matisse. No, he's not.
You could probably just call Earl and have him take me home.
Matisse, what is your response to them?
Well, we need to know what's going on, so we need to figure out how to break these people out of what's going on. So I suggest we try the temple at least to see if they know something.
Right. So I take her at one arm over my shoulder and have Matisse take the other. Strax, you can come with us or you can go back to the forge. Your call, man.
Well, I'm obviously going to be coming along with you. You're carrying my sister. No.
Oh, Junior, don't do that.
All right, temple.
Arvine is uncomfortable.
Oh, Earl.
Stop hitting your sister. That's not nice.
Okay. So you bring Janie over to the temple, and you ask the priests if they can basically try to figure out what's happened to her, essentially.
Yep.
Okay. So they have you bring her inside and put her on this table, and they kind of spend a couple of minutes there, and at first they're a little perplexed. They're just like, well, one of the priests says, I think she's just asleep. Is there some reason why you wouldn't think she was asleep?
Oh, she had one of those pastries that everybody around here has been buying, and this came on immediately. We've seen some other people in a similar state who always seem to want to sleep, so it doesn't seem right.
I see. Okay, so the priest casts detect magic and sort of explains to you what he's doing as he's doing it.
Okay.
And he doesn't detect any magic of any kind. Tries a couple other detection spells and doesn't seem to really be able to glean any information off of it, and basically says that she doesn't seem like she's in any danger. It is unusual the way you described it coming on so quickly, and there does seem to be like an obsession among the populace. but the priests of the temple, they can't discern anything as far as what it is. But they try to reassure you that it doesn't seem like she's in any danger.
Yeah.
Is either of the two people that we rescued there?
Go run off and play with
They might be in the temple somewhere. Do you ask them?
I mean, hey, if we're investigating the pies, and might as well.
Yeah.
Waste of time, but whatever. We could ask them. Maybe.
Yeah, let's try to find the woman. That's a good idea. So I asked the people at the temple if the humans we brought before, if they're still there.
Yeah, they're there in one of their back rooms, and they're basically trying to give them some education on the rock and where they are and what's happening, and they're letting them stay at the temple until they can sort of get on their feet.
Can you bring them to us briefly so we can ask a couple of questions?
They go and they grab the two humans, and they're wearing some nice clothes, and I mean they're very basic, but they're still but they're nice clothes. And the man seems to be calm and rational, and he still seems a little bit meek though. He's not very talkative, but the woman greets you and says, "Oh, hello! It's nice to see you again."
We have a question about things from your world, and I kind of gesture towards Janie sleeping soundly on the table and say, this woman is our friend and family, and she ate one of those pastries that this woman is selling all over the rock now, and immediately fell into this sleep. We can't wake her up. We've seen others having the same effect. The pastry cart, is this something from your world? Do you know anything about it that you could tell us?
Yes, there is a woman that goes around Barovia, and she sells pastries. And the man, who seems again somewhat meek and kind of quiet, and says to himself, he goes, "The pastries? Where are the pastries?
God.
Can you give me a pastry?"
Oh,
I'm not gonna
and
buy
I
it.
kind of look at the temple people and say, "There's more evidence of the addiction that we thought we might have seen."
Do you have a pastry?
Yeah.
I'll pay you 2 gold for a pastry.
She ate it.
No, we don't have a pastry.
You also know he has no money. He's like, "I'll pay you 2 gold."
Oh boy!
I'll gladly pay you Tuesday for a pie today.
So I kind of shake my head and look at the woman. Do you know anything about the woman who's selling the pastries? Like how do people stop this effect?
Run along and play with Uncle's tracks.
The woman is somewhat feared by many of the people in Barovia. Many of the residents turn her away because the pastries seem to. It's almost like someone who gets drunk all of the time and needs that escape. If a person is longing to get away from the horrors of the world, then the pies give them something akin to being drunk, but on a level that I've never seen before. It is extremely addictive and terrible, and it doesn't harm them, but it consumes their life.
Well, I mean, it's kind of like the adrenaline shots, it sounds like. I mean, the Rock has no shortage of people willing to sell, various pleasurable drugs and stuff like that.
Yeah,
So
but
why is
Strax, this is a functioning member of our party. Look, we couldn't get Dimble to function to help us out.
She'll wake
What if
up,
that happens
they
to
always
her?
do, and then we'll be back. Come on.
But Dimble wasn't able to do his job, Strax.
Well, we caught him in the middle of eating the pie.
Who's to say, Strax, that he ever is not eating the pies?
Who's to say that he always is? God,
Wow.
I don't say this as a big deal.
You'd be really bad at not enabling a drunk. He doesn't have a problem.
The adrenaline shot comparison though is pretty comparable. Yeah.
Yeah. And if we're in a fight, though, and your sister can't function, Strax, you're gonna. Sorry, you didn't think to ask this question sooner. That's all I'll say. So let's go home and see what happens.
She's just gotta sleep it off, and she'll be fine. Come on.
Okay.
Okay.
I want to see what happens when I sleep it off.
At this point, I don't really see that this is any of our concern, other than the fact that.
Well, you're losing your business. We need to figure out where this woman's. I kind of look at the woman. Do you have any idea what she's doing to make these pastries? Like, what's the magic ingredient that makes something that addictive?
As I said, she is feared and ignored by most of Barovia.
Yeah.
Unless you think she's going to need a supply, then maybe that could make up for the little difference in revenue.
The woman says, "I'm sorry, I can't be of more help."
All right.
Oh well, let's carry her back to the forge.
So you're heading back to the forge?
Yeah. I'm not going to go investigating with one member of the party comatose anyway.
Okay. So you go back and basically you're gonna take a long rest and address this in the morning.
Basically, yeah.
Okay.
A long rest. Well, I slept for 7 hours, so I know I'm long rested.
But was it a restful sleep? That's the question.
That's true. That's up to.
Well, we're gonna cover all that next
Later.
adventure.
Next adventure. Okay.
Yeah. We're gonna stop here for tonight. Because my parents are watching the baby, and it's at that time where we should let them go.
To be continued.
Yeah.
Dun dun dun.
So let's say goodnight to the listeners.
Good night, listeners.
Still waving. Good night.
We're still waving.
That's all
Sweet
right.
dreams.
If you enjoyed this podcast, please leave us a review anywhere this podcast can be found. Our social media links, plus additional content, can be found on our website at knightsofroleplay.com. Please tell your friends about Knights of Roleplay, an adventuring podcast, and spread the word through social media. Your help and support are greatly appreciated.